Hello everybody, myself Professor Pallavi Gule. So today we are going to see the cultivation practices for almond. So almond has a botanical name as the Prunus amygdalus. It has the basic chromosome number as 8 and somatic chromosome number as 16. It belongs to the family Rosaceae. Introduction. It is native to the Central Asian mountainous area, that is India, Iran and Pakistan. The kernel are the rich source of the fat, proteins, minerals and vitamins. It's called its oil called as the badam rogan is considered to have a high nutritional, medicinal and industrial value. Almond oil is used in the confectionery and also for the pharmaceutical and the cosmetic preparation. Kernels after blanching, roasting, frying and salting are very delicious and great in demand. Green almond kernels are also consumed in the milky stage. Area and production. Almond is cultivated mainly in the region situated between 36° and 45° north latitude. The major almond producing countries are USA and Spain, which account for about 50% of the total almond world's production. After leading almond producing countries are Italy, Iran, Syria, Morocco, Greece, and Turkey. The production is about 14,400 and 737 metric tons. In India, almond cultivation is confined mainly to the Jammu and Kashmir, high hills of Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. The area under almond cultivation is 18,000 hectare and the production was 9,700 metric ton in Jammu and Kashmir, whereas in Himachal Pradesh the area is 5,610 hectare with the production of 1,345 metric ton. In Himachal Pradesh, almond is cultivated in Shimla, Mandi, Kinnaur, Chamba, Kangra, and the Sirmaur districts. Varieties. Almost all the cultivars of almond are self-sterile and requires a pollinizers. Even a few cultivars like IXL and non-peril are cross-sterile. Recommended varieties for the different states of India. Varieties for Jammu and Kashmir: Mokadam, Parbat, Waris, Shalimar, Afghanistan Seedling, IXL, Merced and Non-Peril. Himachal Pradesh, High and the Mid-Hill, Merced and Non-Peril and IXL. Valley areas: Drake, Katha, Peerless, Naples Ultra. Dry temperate zone: Naples Ultra, Texas IXL. The almonds seedling origin are classified into the four groups: paper shelled, soft shelled, semi soft shielded, and hard shielded. Climate and soil. The chilling requirement for the normal bud sprouting depends on the cultivars and are relatively low, ranging from 200 to 700 hours below 7.2 degrees Celsius. However, for successful cultivation, almond require cool winter, frost-free spring, and warm dry summers. The limiting factor in the almond cultivation is the spring frost, especially during the full bloom or the fruit set. Tolerance to the low temperature during the bloom depends upon the cultivars. Non-peril and the Naples Ultra are highly tolerant to low temperatures. South-facing slopes are considered the best for the almond growing. Rains during the spring and the summer cause a blossom and a fruit infection by brown and the green rot organisms, while the foggy and the rainy weather during the summer will result in a brown strands on the shells of ripening nuts. Almond can be grown on all types of the soils, but well-drained loamy soils having the pH 5.5 to 6.8 are more suitable for its cultivation. Rootstock and propagation. Seedling rootstock. In India, seedlings of the bitter almond, wild peach, and Bayemi, Prunus mira, are used as a rootstock. Almond seedling rootstocks from the bitter or the sweet cultivars are used because of the longevity and tolerance to the drought, lime soils, and iron chlorosis. In winter, climate, and irrigated area, peach seedlings are used. Clonal rootstock. The clonal rootstocks like GF677, GF557, Mariana 2624, Myrobelon 2032, and Mariana GF8/1 are being used over the world. Propagation. Bitter and sweet almond seeds are sown either directly in the nursery beds during December or stratified in the moist stands for 50 to 60 days and then sown The nursery bed. Pencil thickness seedlings are grafted with a tongue grafting method in February March or budded with a T method in May. Planting. 1 year old grafted or the budded plants having the good growth and well developed root systems are planted in the square contour or the terrace system at a spacing of 5 into 5 meter depending upon the rootstock and soil fertility. The planting should be done in December and January. Since almond is a highly cross-pollinated crop, thus every third row should be planted with pollinizers variety to provide 33% pollinizers. Training and pruning. Almond plants are generally trained with open center system. After planting, the plant is headed back to 70 to 80 centimeter above the ground level. In the summer, 3 to 4 well-spaced branches on the trunk in different directions are selected, while other unwanted branches are pinched off. After selecting the primary branches, the leader is removed and the primary branches are headed back to half to the one-third of the growth. The third year dormant pruning, 2 to 3 secondary branches on each main branches are selected. The shoots growing inward and interfering with the main branches are pruned off. Almond bears the fruit mostly on the spurs which remain fruitful for 5 years, and these spurs should be renewed by regular pruning after 3 to 4 years. Pruning should be done in such a manner that one-fifth of the fruiting wood is removed every year. Unwanted water sprouts and suckers should be removed. Trees with less than 10 to 12 years of the age should make 22 to 25 centimeter annual growth, and the older trees should produce 15 centimeter of the new shoot growth each year. Therefore, pruning is done by heading back of the new shoots and thinning out of the unwanted shoots. The manures and fertilizer schedule for the peach in Himachal Pradesh for 7 and above years of the tree requires 40 kg of FIM, 500 250 and 700 grams of NPK per tree per year. Irrigation. Irrigation is the most important practice to improve the growth and yield of the almond trees because summer rainfall is insufficient in the areas where the almonds are grown. Almond trees should be irrigated at weekly intervals during April, May, and June. Orchard soil management, sod culture plus mulching of the basin area is the best soil management system for the almond orchard. The ground should be cultivated to the depth of 10 to 15 centimeter during the winter and repeated in the spring. After cultivation, 10 to 15 centimeter dry grass or the black alkaline mulch is used on the basin for the weed control and moisture conservation. The weeds can also be controlled with the application of the weedicides like glyphosates and paraquat. Pollination. Most of the cultivars are self-unfruitful and requires cross-pollination for good fruit set. Only the few varieties like Drake and the Bear are self-pollinated and capable of setting the fruits on their own pollen. It has been observed that even in self-fruitful variety cultivars, cross-pollination increases the fruit set. In almond, all the cultivars are not cross-compatible. Usually, two pollinizer varieties, possibly of commercial importance, are used. One flowering slightly before and the other just after the main cultivars. Good pollination can be achieved by the single row of the main cultivars and pollinizers. Pollination is mainly done by the honeybees. Usually 4 to 5 colonies per hectare are placed for effective pollination. Harvesting and post-harvest management. Almond can be harvested green or dry. Nuts of the thin sheltered varieties are also harvested at the green stage for the direct consumption. Almonds are ready for harvesting when they change from the green to yellowish with cracks or when the splitting at the stretcher starts from the pedicel end. For the dry nuts, the harvesting is done from August to October. Nuts are harvested by knocking the limbs with a long wooden poles. Polythene sheets should be spread beneath the trees prior to harvesting. The nuts should be placed in the shady place for dehulling where they can be dried as well. The yield of 10 to 12 quintals per hectare of the shielded almonds are obtained. This was all about the cultivation practices of almond. Thank you.